Hello everyone. We will continue with our 11th chapter B part National Movement, the last phase 1919 to 1947. Today we will learn about civil disobedience movement, salt satyagraha and Second World War. We will start with civil disobedience movement, that is salt satyagraha. The Indian National Congress met at Lahore in 1929 under presidentship of Jawaharlal Nehru. In this session, Congress declared that the attainment of Purna Swaraj was its ultimate goal and it resolved to launch civil disobedience movement to achieve Purna Swaraj. Now in 1929, Indian National Congress met at Lahore under presidentship of Jawaharlal Nehru and they decided to demand Purna Swaraj. Purna Swaraj means complete independence and to launch civil disobedience movement. The Congress Working Committee decided with enthusiasm that 26 January should be observed as the day of Purna Swaraj. On March 12, 1930, Mahatma Gandhi decided to break the government's salt law, making salt very expensive for common people by manufacturing salt at Dandi, a village in Gujarat's sea coast. The next morning, Gandhi and his 78 companions began the 375 kilometers trek from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. This march was completed in 24 days. Now, the Congress committee decided that 26 January will be observed as Purna Swaraj Day. Purna Swaraj Day means complete independence day. Now on 12th March 1930, Mahatma Gandhi he decided to break salt law. Salt law was, according to British government, Indian common people were supposed to pay very high taxes on salt. So Gandhiji decided to make own salt for Indians. There is a village named Dandi in Gujarat near sea coast and it is near to Sabarmati Ashram, which was the place or ashram of Gandhiji only. So from Dandi he along with 78 companions started to move towards the sea coast, which was around 375 kilometers, and they took around 24 days to reach the sea coast. Here you can see people are marching towards Dandi. This is salt satyagraha where he is picking up salt from the sea coast. Day after day, newspaper reported his progress, his speeches and the impact on the people. Hundreds of village officials on his route resigned their jobs. On 6th April 1930, Gandhiji reached Dandi, picked up a handful of salt and broke salt law as a symbol of Indian people refusal to live under British made laws and therefore under British rule. A wave of enthusiasm swept the country. So Gandhiji along with 78 companions walked for 375 kilometers and he took 24 days to reach the sea coast. On 6th April 1930, Gandhiji reached Dandi and he picked up a handful of salt to break salt law as a symbol that Indians refuse to live under British made laws. On the way, he took 24 days to reach the sea coast. So on the way, he was giving his speeches. All his speeches and his progress was reported through newspapers, and many people who were having government jobs, they resigned to protest against British government. Salt laws were broken at many places and even women took part in the civil disobedience movement. In Delhi alone, 1600 women were imprisoned. This movement was not confined to the salt satyagraha alone. Foreign cloth shops and liquor shops were picketed and burned. Hand spinning was taken up as a movement. British schools and colleges and services were boycotted. People joined in this movement in large numbers. So when salt law was not only broken on the Gujarat sea coast but at many places in India, and in Delhi alone 1600 women were imprisoned. And it was not only salt satyagraha, many foreign goods or many foreign cloth were banned. They have burnt foreign goods on roadsides as bonfires, and many British schools and colleges and services were boycotted by the people. The government replied with ruthless repression, lathi charges, and firing on unarmed crowd, men and women. Over 90,000 satyagrahis, including Gandhiji and other Congress leaders, were imprisoned. 110 persons were killed and over 300 wounded in police firing. Restrictions were imposed on press. British attempted to divide the Indians by winning over Muslim zamindars and other minorities on its sides. Now the British government, it replied ruthlessly by lathi charging and firing on unarmed men and women. Around 90,000 satyagrahis were arrested, 110 people were killed, and around 300 were wounded in firing. Now, when British wanted to have control over India, they tried to take minorities on their side. So, they started divide and rule policies. Muslims, zamindars, they favored to gain their confidence. But the leaders took up constructive program throughout the country, like wearing khaddad. Khaddad is khadi, removal of untouchability to bring social cohesion in the movement. In response to the call of Gandhi, a number of women broke parda and participated in the movement. The combined struggles of the Indian people bore fruit when the Government of India Act of 1935 prescribed provincial autonomy, and the government announced elections to the provincial legislatures in 1937. The Congress formed governments in 7 out of 11 provinces. Now, many political leaders, they took this constructively. They stopped wearing foreign cloth. They started using khaddad, that is khadi, removed untouchability, and even women broke parda system and participated in the movement. In 1937, provincial elections were held and Congress was able to form government in 7 out of 11 provinces. In September 1939, after 2 years of Congress rule in the provinces, the Second World War broke out. Critical of Hitler, Congress leaders were ready to support the British war effort. But in return, they wanted that India be granted independence after the war. The British refused to concede the demand. The Congress ministers resigned in the protest. After 2 years of Congress rule in 1939, World War broke out. Indian leaders were ready to support British government, but on the condition that after the war, India will be given freedom, and British refused to accept the demand. World War II, it started in 1939 and ended in 1945. Germany, led by Hitler and his Nazi party, wanted to gain control over the whole world and declared war on Britain, France, USSR and other countries. USA joined on the side of England, France and USSR, called Allied countries. Germany was supported by Japan and Italy. One of the worst wars in human history broke out in 1939 and lasted till 1945, when USSR armies captured Berlin and the USA dropped atom bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. Most people who cherished the values of democracy and freedom opposed Hitler and supported the Allied countries in the war. However, in India, it created a dilemma as Indians were at the same time fighting with the British. So, Second World War started in 1939, in which Germany wanted to have control over the entire world and declared war on Britain, France, USSR and other countries. USA also joined Britain, France and USSR, and Germany was supported by Japan and Italy. This was one of the worst wars of human histories. USA dropped 2 atom bombs on the 2 cities of Japan, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And most many people throughout the world suffered because of this war, but Indians were still in dilemma that they were again, because they were fighting against the British rule in India. Here you can see pictures of Second World War. Today we have learnt about civil disobedience movement, Salt Satyagraha and World War II. For your homework, describe civil disobedience movement. Second question, what is Purna Swaraj? Thank you.